Hello everyone, it's Lindsay and I'm back with another Traveler's Notebook process for you guys, and I'm using the new Jeana, I think I said Jenna, but I've now heard other videos and I think it's Jeana, kit from Felicity Jane, and this is the new August kit and it is beautiful. So I have this photo of me and my boys, and we went to a Great America water park this summer, and we did a lot of solo adventures when my husband was working, and that was the first time I've ever done anything like going to an amusement park without another adult, but we survived. My boys were 10, and they did a really good job, and you know, other than getting over the whole like sending them into a restroom by themselves situation, it was a really good day. So I wanted to kind of document that and get an excuse to use this kit because, like I said, it is beautiful. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting down some of the pattern papers, and I found a layout online. I'll go ahead and insert it here, and it's kind of my inspiration as I tackle this spread, and so I'm just using it loosely. I'm making adjustments, making it my own, so I would encourage you to look at other people's layouts and use them for inspiration, but of course always change them up and make them your own. We don't want to 100% copy somebody, so I'm just kind of using that as an idea for, you know, how to use the elements and where to put the photo and groupings and things like that. So that is my inspiration for this. So I'm cutting down some of these papers, and the beautiful thing about these papers, they all coordinate really well. And the nice thing about Felicity Jane kits is most of the papers from other kits will coordinate with each other also. So I don't think that I pulled out any other papers. I used some embellishments from other kits, but you can kind of mix and match, and I love that about them. I also love that the back side of these papers are all black and white neutral patterns, and so you can kind of mix in that black and white neutral with all of the fun colors, and they're just so easy to use to create spreads. So I cut down a bunch of the different papers in different strips and kind of creating a little layering over here, and this is where my journaling is going to go. I did bring in that little heart label to bring in a pop of that kind of poppy color that's in the kit this month. I love that it's like a, I don't know, a rusty orange color, and so I was trying to pull that in without it being too overpowering. So I'll go ahead and stick everything down over here, and I try to work with papers and things like this on the left hand side of my spreads because this is the bulkier side of my book, and then photos and stamping on the right hand side of the spread since that's kind of the flatter side of the book. So that's kind of how I work through this. This, you can see I'm right in the center of this Traveler's Notebook insert. This is one that I created myself. I think that has about 10 pages or so, and it's already really full and I'm only halfway through, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and back up my photo with some of this yellow cardstock that comes in the kit. Now I printed this photo, it's 2 inches by 2 inches. I get a lot of questions about photo printing sizes. I don't have a standard size that I print my photos. It just kind of depends on how I'm feeling that day. I just did a batch edit of a bunch of summer photos, and so I was just trying to fit as many on a 4x6 photo paper as I could. So the next several spreads, my photos will be 2x2, but I do 3x3s, 3x4, 2x3. It just depends. It just depends on what I'm feeling like. So that is that. So it is a little bit small, smaller than I normally would work with, but that's okay. I was able to use all these fun, larger elements because the photo was a little bit smaller. And I mean, I don't need 500 large selfie photos in my notebook. You do you, that might be your thing, but that's not my thing. So some of these that are just, you know, photos of us doing selfies, I just do a smaller and it's fine. So I'm trying to mimic that kind of layering effect over here behind the photo. So I cut down some strips of paper. I love these floral die cuts. I may need to order some extra die cuts just because these are so pretty, and I just want to use them on everything. So you can see here, I'm just kind of trying out some different elements, changing up the colors. I want a good balance of that mint and the pink and that poppy color. That green heart down at the bottom, it kind of hangs out there most of the video and then ends up not staying there. So don't be afraid to change things up, try things out. You can see I really do a lot of the layout, get it how I want it before I stick things down, because I'm still kind of tentative about putting together layouts because they are still pretty new to me. So I do lots of fussing before I fully commit. And I am using this Tombow mono dot adhesive, and it is a permanent adhesive. However, you do have some wiggle room. So if I need to pull something up and move it, you know, a minute or so after I've used it, I can still kind of move things around. So that's why I like that adhesive. And I will have all that listed down in the description box for you guys. If you have questions about any of the products that I use in a video, that will always be down there. I'm going to add a couple of embellishments over here. And I am using a Tombow liquid adhesive to adhere down these chipboard pieces just because they're a little bit bulkier. I want to make sure that they stay adhered. So here I'm going to play with these chipboard alpha stickers that come in the kit this month. So they are this kind of gray beige, I don't know, very neutral. I don't know why I got it in my head that I thought that the top layer of these alpha stickers was like an adhesive backing, and so that these were adhesive front alphas. Side note, Felicity Jane, that would be awesome to have some alpha stickers like that where you could peel off the backing and have like a stickiness exposed. But that is not what these are, but we're going to make it work. So I had this idea to make these alpha stickers glittered. So I have some Martha Stewart glitter, and here you can see I'm taking some tweezers, and I think I'm pulling the backing off, but it's not. It's just the front paper that's adhered on these stickers. So don't do that, but that's okay. I can go in, and I have some sticky embossing powder, so I'm going to try that. So I'm inking these alpha stickers up with some Versamark ink. It's a clear sticky ink. And I'm going to sprinkle on some Ranger sticky embossing powder. So the way that this works is once it's been heat set, it actually is kind of tacky, and you can use it to grab a hold of foils, flocking, glitter, anything like that. So it is a little bit finicky. If you heat it up for too long, it messes up the stickiness. So you do want to kind of play around with it a little bit, but I can go ahead and then hit this with my heat tool and quickly melt it. If you have questions about heat embossing, I have a Tip Tuesday all about that. I will link it down below for you guys, and you can check that out. So go ahead and heat set that until it gets kind of shiny, and now it is tacky and sticky, so it will grab a hold of anything. So the front of those stickers are now sticky. So I have this micro fine glitter from Martha Stewart, and I am sprinkling that on and then kind of pressing and tapping the glitter into the sticky embossing because I want to make sure that it is adhered really well. And this worked pretty well. I shook off as much excess as I could and kind of burnished it, you know, and got it on there really good. But if I was to like tap the page, there is still some loose glitter that'll fall off. So if that bothers you, then just skip this. Don't do this. I don't know, do something different. Maybe use a glitter embossing powder instead of this, you know, doing it this way. But I love how intense the sparkle is with this glitter, and this yellow kind of gold really matched well with the mustardy yellow that was in the papers. So I don't know, I was just trying to have some fun, try some different things. I don't have a whole lot of different alpha stickers, so this was a way to kind of jazz them up a little bit. Now, this is a little trick for you guys. So these are like sweeper cloths, like a Swiffer sweeper cloth, and they pick up glitter so well. So I just wipe it over my desk, and you can see it grabs a hold of all the glitter, and I have no glitter mess on my desk. So those kind of make messing with glitter so much more easy and not as awful because I can kind of pick it up and it traps it on that cloth there. So I did go ahead and add some liquid adhesive behind the alpha stickers. They kind of lost some of their stickiness from having them on that cardstock while I was inking them up. So I did adhere them down with some liquid glue. And now I have this stamp set. This is the Sophie stamp set. I got it when Felicity Jane had their huge sale earlier this summer. I don't think it's available any longer, but it has this stamp that says "Such a Good Day," and I bought a whole bunch of their stamp sets during that sale. So they all have these really awesome little sentiments and sayings and things that you can just kind of sprinkle here and there and dress up your pages. So I'm going to stamp that with some VersaFine Onyx Black ink. And like I said, I try to keep my stamping to the right-hand side of the layout just so I'm not having to worry about stamping over embellishments and things that might be underneath the page on the left-hand side. And then this little label is from Felicity Jane as well. Some of the die cuts I ordered from the sale. I'm going to use that to put the date here. And I like to kind of messily stamp my date. There's no reason for that. I just like the look of it. And you can see I went ahead and added my journaling. I printed that off of my computer and added another little heart chipboard piece. And that is it for the layout today. So if you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below. Check out the description box for links to all the products mentioned today. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.